Strafe is quite simply just you're moving one direction, you let go, and then tap the opposite key. So just like that. I'm moving left, and then I let go, and I hit my right key. So the reason why I counter strafe in Valorant, even though it's not required, is because it helps me time my bursts. So it lets me know when I'm ready to shoot another burst. So in Valorant, when you're taking engagements, you want to be bursting enemies like this. Counter strafing basically lets me control my timing on these bursts, and it helps me understand when my recoil is reset and ready to shoot again. And that leads me on to the next subject, which is shooting in between your strafes. When you're taking gunfights, you always want to be moving in between shots. So instead of committing to a duel and then not moving whatsoever and just standing here and spraying your gun, what you want to do, especially in Valorant, is be moving in between shots. So I would burst like this, and then I would strafe either to the left or to the right, and I would take another shot. So you want to be in constant movement when you're dueling somebody in Valorant because it makes you a harder target to hit. This clip right here is a great example that I love to use when I'm teaching people about movement and why it's so important. This was in a Radiant lobby, and if you just look at this at face value, you might think that the enemy team are super low rank because none of them can hit me. And the reason why I can make all of those people on the other team look like bots is because I am strafing in between my bursts. And that makes me a really hard target to hit. So it might seem like the enemy team is just not able to kill me, but in reality, it's because I'm incorporating movement in between my bursts so that I'm a harder target to hit. And that's why I like counter strafing, is because it helps me time these bursts, and it helps me reset my recoil as well and know when my gun is ready to burst again. A great exercise you can use to practice this is just go into any map and find a fixed object. So I'm going to say this door handle, for example, aim at it, and then just start strafing to the left and right and shooting this door handle in between bursts. You want to avoid this right here. You see how this bullet right here went off the path? This was because I didn't wait long enough for my recoil to reset. And so you want to practice it to where you can get the timing down to where every burst you take at this object is completely accurate. And after a while of doing this, you're going to learn the rhythm, and this is the rhythm that you want to incorporate into your actual gunfights. So jump peeking or jump spotting, whatever you want to call it, is basically when you peek an angle while you're midair jumping, using that momentum in order to get information while still keeping yourself relatively safe. So jump peeking is definitely one of the safer ways to get information, and it's quite easy to do once you get the hang of it. This is what a jump peek looks like. And as you can see, the whole